Please welcome Jeremy Essig.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming out on this Friday. We had a wonderful week. I stayed in and watched a lot of news, right? I was watching the other day, and they were debating gay marriage, and there was this fella, his position on gay marriage was, if we let gay people get married, the next thing that's going to happen are people are going to want to marry their animals. Well, if a guy wants to marry his horse, that guy's already banging his horse. So, feels like you may have overlooked the bigger problem. You somehow believe there's a guy out there who's in love with this horse, but Christian enough to wait for marriage. That's why I think that's a dumb term. That's why I hate the term gay marriage debate. 90% of the people are debating marriage, they're debating sex, and that's not the same thing, right? If you end a marriage, you don't give the sex back. Sign a piece of paper and no longer own a crock pot, right? That's what it is. You sign a piece of paper to get into a marriage, sign a piece of paper to get out of marriage. So what's marriage? It's a legal contract. That's what we're really saying in the whole gay marriage debate. America doesn't trust gay people to sign contracts. And all I'm saying is if you're gay, take advantage of this knowledge. Take out a credit card tomorrow and just run it up. But when they go, you need to pay for this, you can go, well, I would like to. But you clearly see that's a contract. Let people do whatever they want. It's not like I know what I'm doing. I'm single. I just broke up with my girlfriend, which is fine. Don't feel bad for me. What I don't like is the questions, though, right? As you break up with someone, there's always questions. Somebody goes to me the other day, they go, well, did it end well? No, I said we broke up. Did you hear Carnival? All relationships end badly, okay? I don't care what relationship you're in right now. It's going to end badly. There's a little bit of laughter. There's more couples. Some of whom are looking at each other going, not us, we're happy. Guess what, asshole? One of you's dying first. We're going to be a plane holding hands while it hits a mountain. That's not happening. I mean, think about it. The moment the pilot realizes he's going to hit the mountain and he gets on the intercom to let you know that, that's like 30 seconds before one of you turns to the other and just goes, oh, we had to go through Denver, didn't we? So I'm fine with the breakup. There's actually benefits. I lost a bunch of weight. That's happened to me before. I don't know if anybody else does that. Whenever I break up with someone, I just lose a bunch of weight. It's the weirdest. It's like something within me is just like, oh no, somebody new's going to see this naked. We need to start working on the floor. I lost 40 pounds.
Wow.
I know, right? That's what I thought. I was super proud of myself, and then I saw a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and he sees me, he goes, wow, man, you lost weight. And I go, yeah, I broke up with someone, and he just goes, yeah, that's not what happened. All right, well, what do you think happened? He goes, I don't know, you got AIDS? What? God, I hope not. How awful would that be? Spend all those hours in the gym and then find out you would have just lost the weight anyways? So I think physically I'm prepared now. I don't have AIDS, by the way. But I think physically I'm ready to date. It's just mentally, I don't know how to pick up women. Like I was in a relationship for 6 years and now I just lost whatever. I have no confidence. Like my big pickup line is just sitting in the corner of a bar and hoping a girl talks to me. That's my sweet move. Because you see guys with confidence and it seems to work and I don't know where it comes from. Like I was in this bar and this guy just walks up to this girl and he just goes, hey, got a ride home? And I was like, oh my God, I would never pull that off. Because first of all, I'd be nervous, and when I get nervous, I stammer and get loud. So if it was me, I'd be like, hey! Ride home, you got one? And she'd be like, why? Do you need to get to your therapist? I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off, and the problem is I'm so in my own head all the time, even if I pulled it off, I wouldn't have a second line ready. I'd be so proud of myself for getting the first one. Just be saying that, like, if I pulled it off and I was like, got a ride home? If she was like, no, I'd be like... plan better. Like some dudes use tricks, right? Like tricks to pick up ladies. Like I've got a dog, and someone told me, they're like, oh, you should use your dog. But that doesn't work because my dog is too busy picking up dudes herself. That's my dog's move. My dog's really into black dudes. I just found this out. It's true, which is fine. I'm fine with it. But like anybody we walk by, she doesn't care. But if we walk by a black dude, she like smiles and like gets like, ah. Which is like my first thought when I noticed this. I was just like, oh, if my dog wants to be in a interracial relationship, I'm cool with that. That was my first thought. And then my second thought was, why do I assume my dog's white? Because for some reason, if you have a pet, you assume it's your race, which is stupid because you adopted it. It's like you have a, I don't know if you have a, like I have a friend who adopted a girl from Korea, and you're like, oh, what's her name? And they're like, Ashley, and you're like, that doesn't seem right. So my tricks don't work. I never learned how to hit on a girl. I'm like this is fun, but like otherwise I'm just like a shy, kind of quiet, artsy guy. Like that's like I never learned how to hit on girls in high school. Instead, I just wrote poetry and songs. Like when I was 15, I just started writing songs about girls instead of actually talking to them. And then when I was 17, my band put out a CD with those songs on it, which is, by the way, really fun to listen to now, 10 years later, right? Take your first thoughts about sex and love, right? And maybe some of you wrote them in a journal, because that's what normal people do. Instead, what I did was make those thoughts rhyme and then put them to music, so my friends could easily sing them back to me 10 years later. Super fun to go home, you guys. So I still play guitar though, like I said, I don't know how to talk to people, so that, like, when I find out someone else plays guitar, I'm like, okay, we're on board, and then occasionally though, that person I'm talking to is way better than me, and I don't know that. Like last time I was in New York, I was at dinner with a friend of mine and a friend of his, and his friend told me he played guitar, so I started giving this guy tips, like I know what I'm talking about. Until at one point this guy goes, well, last time I was jamming with Vernon Reid, and I go, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Because if you don't know who Vernon Reid is, he played guitar in the band Living Colour, and the last guy I jammed with was an accountant named Dan. I just felt like an idiot, right? So I just shut up the rest of the meal, and then the next day I saw my friend, and I go, hey, who was that dude we were eating with? And he goes, oh, that's Joe, he's the guitar player in Fall Out Boy. And I go, alright. So for an hour I was giving guitar tips to the guitar player from Fall Out Boy. Super fun, right? Like, you feel like an idiot, and this guy was really cool. Like, I don't care about how you feel about Fall Out Boy, this guy was awesome. There was never a moment where I was like, hey man, you ever play a church festival? And he was like, no. Is it anything like playing Madison Square Garden? Like, it was super cool, but you feel like an idiot. For an hour I'm giving guitar tips to the guitar player from Fall Out Boy. It's like if I was giving eyeliner tips to the singer from Fall Out Boy. Thanks a lot, you guys. See you later. Bye.